welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a quarter year reading time today. I'm really heartbroken because Ellen Catherine has just announced that she's leaving BookTube, and it's literally me. Like, I'm heartbroken. I feel like I'm going through a breakup. Like, I keep forgetting about it and then remembering, and I'm like, my heart sinks. I can't. I actually love her so much, and I'm gonna miss her so much. It's so dramatic, but she literally inspired me to make a BookTube. I've literally been well enough over it because I love her so much and I can't. But anyway, to cheer myself up, I'm like welling up, like what is wrong with me? I just love her. I genuinely do, and I'm just so sad that she's leaving. But yeah, to cheer myself up, we're going to do a quarter year book tag, answer a few questions that no one asked for and no one cares. But yeah, I'm currently very behind on my reading this year because I'm not, well, I have been reading but not at an acceptable pace. Like, my goal, right, let's just start with the questions before I start rambling on, because these are probably going to be in the questions. How many books have you read this year? I'm going to do it from, I'm actually filming this in April, but I'm going to do like mid-April, but I'm going to do from January to March, so not how many I've read from the date that I'm filming it on, but from January to March I've only read 20 books and my goal is 100, so I'm actually very behind. Then I was very behind, and spoiler alert, I'm even more behind now because I'm reading Throne of Glass at the moment and it's so long and it's taking me ages. Like, the first 5 books I've flown through, and then the others I'm like being really slow. Like, I don't know what needs to happen, but I need to hurry up because I'm trying not to put a lot of pressure on the 100 books goal, because I actually don't think I'm going to reach it, and I didn't think I was going to reach it at the start of the year, but I just thought, well, it's a challenge for a reason, so let's make it challenging, you know what I mean? Because last year was 60 and I was like flying after that. I probably should have done 80 as my goal, but I'm doing 100 and we won't make that goal, I highly doubt. However, it's good to set yourself some hard things in life. I mean, the fact that this is the hardest thing that's going on in my life just shows like how much is going on in my life. But yeah, 100 books. I've read 20 in the first quarter, so that would equal 80 at the end of the year. So I should have been reading, I think, what is it, like 20? I should have read 25 at the start of the year. My goal was 8 books a month, and now Fable's telling me it's 9 books a month. That's not possible. That ain't possible. How? Like, for real, I can't read that quick. But yeah, it's more of a aim, shoot for the stars, end in the sky, whatever that phrase is. That's definitely not the shoot for the moon and end in the stars, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the answer to the first question. We'll see how it goes. I will say I've not had I've not actually been reading the best books this year. Like, I've not really been enjoying, of course, spoiler alert, Throne of Glass, but we'll get on to that. But yeah, I've not really been having like the best reading year. Like, I've had a few good ones, but not many life-altering experiences. Sorry, posture. Fix your posture, love. So I think that's got something to do with why I am reading quite slow, even though I have read 20, so I'm not reading too slow, but not enough. But yeah, oh my god, I never stop talking, but like, I go through phases of being like bashing out reading and doing loads, and then it's like I've got 2 hobbies. One's fashion, you won't be able to tell right now because of this top, but one's fashion and one's reading, and sometimes I'm obsessed with fashion and then sometimes I'm obsessed with reading, and at the moment I'm obsessed with fashion, so it's making my reading go down, and then soon I'll probably stop caring about that and then go back to reading loads. And yeah, basically they're just fighting for my attention, what can I say? But yeah, the next question is best book you've read so far. I can't actually pick one in the series, however the Throne of Glass experience has been amazing. It's honestly above and beyond what I expected. I know everyone raves about it and says it's the best thing you'll ever read, but I am not a fantasy reader, so I just didn't think I would be that obsessed with it because I usually like a lot of romance to tide me over with the politics in a fantasy romancy. However, I've not really been needing a lot of romance in it. Well, I feel like there is quite a lot of romance. People say there's not like a lot of romance in Throne of Glass, but there is. But it's not just like one romantic plot that they focus on. It's multiple. So yeah, I guess it's not like one great love story, if you know what I mean. But yeah, like Feyre and Rhysand or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. I feel like it's very different. I don't know why I feel like it's different because it's got so many characters and you're focusing on all of them. There is like a main character, but where I'm up to now in the plot, I guess the first few books they do just focus on the one main character, but now I'm on to the tandem read, which I can't lie, I'm a bit struggling with because it is just so long. They've got three. I mean, I'm reading this in April, so I don't know why I'm like spoiling that, but yeah, they've got like 3 separate things going on, and it is just a bit like mind-boggling. Like, I'd rather just focus on one thing and one continuous story, but I guess that's my own fault for doing the tandem read. But yeah, I still am really loving it, and when I'm in it, I'm loving it, but because I'm going through a fashion phase, I don't know why I have this problem where I literally have 2 hobbies and I can't multitask. I just keep like putting the book down and online shopping. But this is only a recent occurrence. Before that I was absolutely flying through the series, like fully. I have never read a series back to back like the way I've done that with Throne of Glass, and I just love it. Like, it's such an amazing adventure, and everyone says it, so there's no point in me whittering on about it, but from someone who was intimidated by it because everyone raves about it, don't be intimidated. It's not hard. I don't think it's hard to follow, and I'm thick as pig shit, so anyone will understand what's going on. And I think it builds up in like complexity. So it starts off very simple to follow, and I actually listen to a lot of it on audio and then read with it. But at the start I could literally just listen to it on audio and know what's going on. Or in a normal fantasy book you can't do that. You can't start, well, for me personally, I can't start listening to a fantasy book on audio because I won't get all the details, but because it is slow building, you can. They layer the foundations, and also what I've noticed about Sarah, she repeats things, which is good for me. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving that series so much. Like, best fantasy series I've ever read by a country mile. Way better than ACOTAR minus Cough Silver Flames, which I absolutely love, but it's a different vibe entirely. And I'm excited to get onto Crescent City, to be fair, because that's like a I'm going to read it all before the next ACOTAR, of course, because that's what everyone says to do. But I'm excited to get onto Crescent City series because it's like a modern one where they like have phones and stuff and nightclubs, which I feel like I'm going to like that. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying that series, and if you couldn't tell, I recommend it. Oh my god, I just remembered that Ellen Catherine's quit YouTube. I can't, like, genuinely, I texted my boyfriend saying, saying Ellen Catherine's quit YouTube, and he said that's gutting. It's like when outdoor boys quit. Literally, this is my outdoor boys quitting. This is the level of sadness that I am feeling, but I understand, Ellen. I know you'll be watching because we're best friends. So yeah, love Throne of Glass, recommend, everyone should read it. I read Assassin's Blade first as well, and I don't really see why anyone tells you not to read Assassin's Blade first. I mean, maybe that's because I'm dumb, but like, I really don't see why there would be any other alternative than reading it first, because it literally just flows as a story that way. And yeah, I just think it lays the foundations. The Assassin's Blade, even though it was written after, it reads like it was written before. Like, it reads like it's just the first book in the series. There's no confusion going on whatsoever. And it probably is the worst book in the series, so it's good to start with that one, because then, like, my sister read it 3rd or 4th or whatever you're supposed to read it, and she didn't like it, whereas I loved Assassin's Blade because I just started with it. And it lays the foundations, but yeah, she didn't like it because she was in the middle of the story and then had to go back, and it's just like, no. So yeah, next question. A new release that I've read. Well, if you're new around here you won't know, but I am a Liz Tom Ford / Fordy, I don't know how you say her name, enthusiast, and I absolutely love her books, and I read In Her Own League when it came out and I absolutely loved it. I mean, it was no right move, let's be real, because right move is literally the best book of all time. That's a bold statement, but it's literally my favourite book. Like, Throne of Glass is like here, right move is like here. And this is like the second book. Like, I don't know what is so good about the right move, but it genuinely speaks to my soul, that book does. I know if I reread it I'd be like, oh, I don't know what it's like. I don't know why I loved it so much. It's like frack. But at the time, yeah, that's my favourite book literally of all time. Bold statement, but it is. So yeah, I read the new In Her Own League. Classic Liz Tom Ford. Wouldn't expect anything less. Fantastic. Loved every second. Yeah. That's all I've really got to say about it. I mean, it wasn't a 5-star, but I just think she is elite romance writer. However, I would say now her books just do seem a bit like formulaic because they're all about the same thing, like they're all about athletes. You know what I mean? It's like how when I started reading Elsie Silver, it was like, oh my god, what is this sorcery? That was so weeby, I can't. And then after reading like Chestnut Springs, it's a bit like repetitive. So I would like to see her like romance writing in other things, but the way she just writes love, like it's palpable. It is truly palpable. Like, if you're a romance reader, it's literally a no-brainer to read her books because they're amazing. I'm sliding off the bed here. I don't know why I'm like trying to come and eat the camera, but yeah. Loved that. I think it was a 4.5 star, and yeah, I don't keep many books after I've read it, but I kept that one because in case one day I want to reread it, so that's telling in itself. The biggest surprise I've read this year was People We Meet on Vacation. Why did I go into that book thinking I was going to dislike it? I loved it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Preferred it to Beach Read, unpopular opinion. Yeah, 4.5 again. Like, I'm not a generous rater, but that one, I think it's just because it surprised me so much. I don't like past and present timelines, generally. I don't like friends to lovers, generally. I just feel like there's no... I mean, I just feel like maybe I've not read the right ones, but I just feel like there's no like tension there. Maybe that's just me not reading the right ones, because like when I rewind it back, I didn't like that. Because they were like childhood friends to lovers, and then I read Love and Other Words. Shit. So, and everyone says that People We Meet on Vacation is Emily Henry's worst book. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this because it's the two tropes I don't like, and then it's her shittest book. I disagree. I preferred it to Beach Read. I feel like that's illegal to say, but I did. I found it funny, laugh out loud funny. I want to read more Emily Henry because I've read Funny Story, Beach Read, and People We Meet on Vacation. Beach Read, Beach Read is my least favourite one out of the three. And everyone says that's brain altering. I don't know what's wrong with me. I genuinely don't. I feel like I need to reread it because why is that not my favourite one like everyone else? I want to read Happy Place to see what I think of that one, but yeah. I think, yeah, I really like People We Meet on Vacation. So funny. Believed in their chemistry. I don't know how people do. And yeah, it was amazing. I've very much enjoyed it. So when people say don't People We Meet on Vacation their worst book, don't believe them. Form your own opinions, because I believed them and it put me off so long, and then I read it and I loved it. So biggest disappointment, Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I thought I was gonna eat this up because I, as we know, already mentioned, love Liz Tom Ford. Same vibe. I love a sports romance. Love the deal. Like, love all that stuff. Like, it is brain rot, but I loved it. Face Off by Chelsea Curto, I didn't enjoy it. It was like a 3-star, but like, no. I found it very cringeful. Exactly. I don't know who did it first, but Liz Tom Ford or Chelsea Curto, whoever did it first, you've got to have some beef with the other one, because like I feel like they're so similar, like uncanny, but I guess there isn't much you can do with a hockey romance, can you? You can only really do like not like kind of the same thing but over and over, but I just felt like it was so repetitive and just similar, and I think I might just be ODing on the sports romance because I read it so much. I didn't like it. I found it cringy. Like, he was a dickhead. I didn't like him. He was like a fuck boy, but it was just so like unrealistic, which I know romance books obviously aren't realistic a lot of the time, but it was so unrealistic. His name was Maverick. Stop. Why is that the main thing I remember from the book? Because why is he called Maverick? What in the US of A is going on there with that name? So yeah, that cringed me out. Like, what do you want to call him? Rick for short? No. And yeah, he just cringed me out and I didn't fancy him in the slightest. And when I read books, I'm trying to fancy the MMC, that's the whole point. So that was the biggest disappointment. I actually do want to continue the series though, because I feel like it's definitely going to improve. However, yeah, I just found it really cringe. I don't know. It was like a more cringy version of a Liz Tom Ford book. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I don't want to be a hater. I'm gonna read on in the series because I do feel like there will be some that I enjoy. However, that one just didn't hit for me. Unfortunately, sadly, it did not hit, and that's okay because it's not for everyone. Read books aren't for everyone. I don't know what I'm saying right now. They speak for the sake of speaking. That's what I'm doing. I'm speaking for the sake of speaking. And my final question is most anticipated book for the next quarter. Oh my god, I'm like in my own world. I feel like there will be some that like come to my head, but Fever Dream by Elsie Silver is the one that comes straight to the dome because I am buzzing for that. Like, I'm so buzzing. I love Elsie Silver. Like, even though her books can be repetitive, I just think she is amazing at writing. Like, it's obviously a bit cheesy, but I embrace the cheese. Like, it's amazing. And she writes such fit MMCs, and the bloody smut is amazing. Like, she is one of the best writers of smut, I think. And yeah, I want to read this Fever Dream, which I probably should have been explaining what these books are about. Like, I've literally just named books. I guess I have actually. This is what it says on my notes. The small town romance features tropes like rivals to lovers and forbidden romance. Following a professional bull rider, Emmett, who was mentioned in the last one, he seems really fit. And he's rivals with Theo Silver, and the FMC is Theo Silver's sister, so it's like, this is gonna hit. Oh, this is gonna hit. I am buzzing for that. Like, genuinely so excited for that. I think that comes out May 15th, making it up as it go along. I know it comes out in May, don't know what the date is. Honorary mentions to Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen, because I absolutely loved Diabound. I loved it. So I'm so excited for the second one in that. However, I'm a bit fantasied out at the moment, so I'm mainly just thinking about romance and like summary reads. But I love Diabound. It's basically Fourth Wing. It's literally Fourth Wing 2.0. However, I feel like the way it ends is leading to a different way. I hope it's leading to a different way than Fourth Wing, because Fourth Wing sequels, they don't hit. No one's ever said that before. I know, I'm really original with my takes, but yeah, I am super duper excited about what the next quarter holds, because I'm very excited to just get back to reading. Like I say back to reading, I am reading, I'm just reading Through the Glass and it's literally like taking up my whole life. I'm excited to read something different. Yeah, I've got like 8 book TBR and I've not read a single one because I'm still reading the tandem read. So, and then there's a 1,000-page break after the tandem read, Kingdom of Ash. So I think I'm going to take a break in between that, unless it leaves on an amazing cliffhanger, then I'll probably I won't be able to help myself and read the next Kingdom of book in Throne of Glass. And then I'll be done with Throne of Glass, and then I'll be able to move on with my reading. That's it. See you in the next quarter. I'm buzzing for what the future holds with my reading. You can watch me instead of Ellen Catherine. The quality is much poorer. However, there's an Ellen Catherine sized hole lost in all of our hearts and we need someone to fill it. I will step up as the honorary Ellen to fill that hole in your feed, because no, I can't claim that I'm ever going to be on that level, but I'm so sad about it. Honestly, Ellen, we love you. I'm acting like she's gonna be watching this, she definitely isn't. However, yeah, I'm so excited about my future with reads, and yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this booktube and I'm gonna be bashing out reading. What can I say? What the hell is it? Count 4 if not for that. 6, 7. Stop, Gen Z. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next week, I guess. Hopefully, if you come back.